The Haunting of Hollow Creek, Chapter 1, The Return. Detective Becker Carterson leaned against his car, staring at the sign welcoming him back to Hollow Creek. The town had hardly changed in the decade since he'd left, but it felt different now, shrouded in an air of foreboding. He rubbed his temples, trying to ward off the headache that had been building since he'd received the call. "Becker, we need you," Chief Cooper had said. "Another girl's gone missing. It's just like before." Just like before. The words echoed in his mind, bringing back memories he tried so hard to forget. His sister, Liliana, had vanished without a trace one summer night, her case remaining unsolved despite all his efforts. The guilt and grief had driven him away from Hollow Creek. But now, he was back, and the past seemed to be repeating itself. As Becker drove through the familiar streets, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. Paranoia, he told himself. This town gets under your skin. He pulled up to the police station, taking a deep breath before stepping out of the car. Inside the station was bustling with activity. Officers hurried back and forth, phones rang incessantly, and the tension was palpable. Chief Cooper, a grizzled man in his 60s, spotted Becker and waved him over. "Good to see you, Becker," Cooper said, extending a hand. "I wish it were under better circumstances." "Me too," Becker replied, shaking his hand. "What do we have?" Cooper led him to a conference room where a large map of Hollow Creek was pinned to the wall, marked with various locations. Aurora Patterson, 25, last seen near Wixxwood Mansion 2 nights ago. Her car was found abandoned on the side of the road. We've searched the area, but there's no sign of her. Becker's eyes narrowed as he looked at the map. Wixxwood Mansion? That place has been abandoned for years. "Yeah, and it's got a reputation," Cooper said grimly. "People say it's cursed. Ghost stories, strange noise, disappearances. But we need to find her, Becker. We can't let this happen again." Becker nodded, his jaw set. "I'll head to the mansion and take a look. Maybe there's something we missed." As he made his way to the outskirts of town, memories of his childhood in Hollow Creek flooded back. The laughter, the games, the safety he'd once felt, all of it overshadowed by the night Liliana disappeared. Wixxwood Mansion loomed ahead, its silhouette dark and foreboding against the twilight sky. Becker parked his car and approached cautiously, his flashlight cutting through the gathering darkness. The air was still, unnervingly so, as if the mansion itself were holding its breath. The front door was ajar, just as it had been in the police photos. He pushed it open, the hinges protesting with a loud creak. Inside, the mansion was even more decayed than he'd imagined. Dust coated every surface, and the air was thick with the smell of rot. Becker's flashlight beam swept across the room, illuminating old furniture, broken glass, and peeling wallpaper. He moved methodically, searching for any clue, any sign that Aurora had been there. As he reached the drawing room, the hair on the back of his neck stood up. He felt it again, that sensation of being watched. "Aurora," he called out, his voice echoing in the empty house. "Aurora, are you there?" There was no answer, only the oppressive silence pressing in around him. He continued his search, moving deeper into the mansion. As he reached the grand staircase, he hesitated. The old wood looked unstable, but he had to check every corner. He climbed carefully, each step groaning under his weight. At the top, he found a series of bedrooms, each one more dilapidated than the last. In the final room, he saw something that made his blood run cold. A message scrawled on the wall in what looked like blood. "Help me." Becker's heart raced as he took a step closer. The message was fresh. Aurora had been here, and she was in danger. Determined to find her, he pressed on, the whispers from his past growing louder with every step.